congratulations on taking over the reins of the coaching staff here and coaching Tri-Town baseball and sticking with it. That is the big thing. You know, there's a guy out there that was a model for you, and he did this for 21 years. Is that right, Tom? 21 years. I don't know if he'll do 21, but he's a good model for you. And the young people need that because they need the consistency. All the things that you talked about are what they need, and that's what our scholarship also stands for. So congratulations, Jason. I also like to, I know Alex left. I was gonna ask him to stand for a second. And John Ferraro, I want you to stand so I can say thank you to you personally. On Memorial Day, Putnam has a very nice Memorial Day parade. And we always look for Tri-Town players to carry the Post 13 banner in front of our commander and the rest of our membership. Well, I was so shocked when I got to the parade because I saw three guys actually in uniform, 2 players and their coach, Jason O'Connor. And they carried that banner for us, but the impressive piece of that was the fact that these guys, the season hadn't even started. They were still in high school at the time. And yet they put those uniforms on and they came out and did that for us. And I want to tip my cap and give you a salute for coming out. And Jason, thank you for making that happen. Thank you, John. Just a couple of other things. You know, I know most of you don't know the people who are listed on this program, but I know all of them because if you live as long as I do, you get to know a lot of people. And I'm glad that I'm still living, by the way. So, and I hope to live for many, many more years. But I want to tell you just a little bit about Dr. Zonia. If it wasn't for Renee Dr. Zonia, there would be no Tri-Town American Legion baseball program. Let me just put it that way, that flatly. You guys wouldn't be out there playing. I never had an opportunity to play American Legion baseball because there was no team in those days. When I first came back out of the service, they were just trying to put that team together. And they did successfully, and I believe it's been over 50 years now since they've had the American Legion Tri-Town team, and that's thanks to Dr. Zonia. He not only gave of his time, his energy, he gave of his leadership, and he gave of his philanthropy. He put his own money into the program to see that it would be successful. You've heard all about Tom O'Clair tonight, and I can't say enough about Tom. Tom's been a good friend. He's a little younger than I am, but we played ball together. We've done a lot of other things together that we won't tell people about tonight, right, Tom? He used to stop at my house, and I felt bad for Jan because by the time he left, it was late. She was already sleeping by the time he got home. But Tom is a dedicated guy, and he has his own style. And it's a style that's scary to a lot of people. But when you are done playing for Tom and you have a moment to step back and look at things, you're going to say, thank you. I'm glad I had a chance to play for a coach like Tom. And I think Jason is in the same mold. So, Tom, congratulations. And Stan Lesniewski, where are you? Oh, Stanley disappears on me all the time. But thing I want to say about Stanley, he's been involved with young people all his life in baseball. He had 2 legs when he first started. This guy went to Vietnam, and I think that that's part of why he has this prosthesis today. It didn't happen over there, but you know, with Agent Orange and all the other things that go on, I'm sure there was all kind of contributions to the situation that he has today. But Stan still finds a way to get out and come to games and to see people play and to do things for young people. So Stanley, you're another good role model. Thank you. And finally, I already told you about my friend Everett Shepard, and so now I get to the Ronald and Donna Kinnear Scholarship. I've been in American Legion for 40 years. I'm a veteran. I hate to tell you how long ago it was. It's probably about 64 years since I joined the military. And when I came out of the military, I wanted to do something for my community. And I got involved in a lot of different activities. And when all the volunteers were asked to stand up, Mike leaned over to me and said, Ron, you don't have to stand up because you're already standing. But he he knows the things that I've done in support. I worked with Joe Lindley and Everett Shepherd for many, many years, 15 years, to keep this program going and to bring it where it is. And I can truthfully say that not only the success on the field is important, but this program throughout the state is looked at for the way it's organized and the way that it's run. And also, I'm very proud that financially, you guys know how to do it, and you do it the right way. And compared to other teams that are always scrounging around for money, we have a really good system of doing things, and we can do the things that are right to support our kids that are on the field. So as we looked at all these awards, we started with, I think we probably had two awards the very first year I was involved. The Dr. Zonia Award and probably the Tom Oaklair Award. And then we started expanding the awards to the executive committee, the 10th player award, and I looked around and I said to Joe and Everett, I said, you know, this isn't right, because not every kid has the talent to stand up and receive an award, because as somebody said tonight, I don't know if it was Jason, but talent is one thing, but work ethic is another thing. And you can build your work ethic, but talent, you have to really work at it. Some people have it, and some people can grow it a little bit. I looked around and I said, we've got to do something for other kids on this team. And that's when I came up with the Ron and Donna Kadir Scholarship. And that was to give a player on this team that was graduating from high school a $500 scholarship. And I will tell you right now that it's fully endowed. And if you don't know what endowed means, that means that this thing will go on in perpetuity, forever and ever and ever. As long as American Legion Baseball has a team called Tri-Town, there will be a $500 scholarship from Ron and Donna Kadir, because we have given the money and they put it in a trust. But this is what's great about this program. They know how to do the investments so things make money. So we have this scholarship now, and unfortunately, there's nobody eligible this year because kids have already graduated from high school last year, and there was nobody graduating this year. But I thought I'd just like to say to the mothers and fathers and to the kids out there that this scholarship is for someone who not only gets out there and gives his best on the baseball field. You don't have to be the best player, but you give your best. And not only do you do that, but you also do the same thing in the classroom, because academics is very, very important to my wife and I. Education is very important to us. And so that's why we established this. And this is not only for somebody who's going on to college, by the way. A young person could be moving on from high school and going to Ellis Tech or some technical school to get a degree in electrician, as an electrician, a plumber, or whatever, carpenter. Those kids deserve a chance to get this scholarship too. So we want you to know that it's open, and we want kids that are trying to better themselves in life, and we have a way of supporting them. In closing, I'd just like to say, I said it's the Ron and Donna Kadir Scholarship, and I like the other half of the scholarship, my wife Donna, to just stand up so you can see who I'm talking about, and give her a round of applause. Donna?